Realms of Exeter, the one Victoria 3 mod which allows you to play in a classic fantasy setting, where you can accomplish all the classic fantasy things as an endless horde of ethno-nationalist gun-wielding goblins, which is one of my favorite classic fantasy tropes. Welcome to the Yuluk Authority, and we are led by our emperor, Genghis Yuluk, a classic fantasy goblin emperor, hell-bent on acquiring as much authority as possible. But the real question is, can we unite all of goblin kind under one banner and oppress all other minorities, or will we fail and be dominated by taller races? Let's find out. I gotta say, the stakes have never been higher. Now of course, as goblins we have several bonuses, notably the absolute disregard of goblin life. Now I know you guys might think that we are some sort of fantasy China type of country, but we are not. In fact, we are more akin to fantasy America. We are obsessed with guns, we have zero industry. Classic fantasy America. We of course lead the Greco system, and every goblin nation is in it. Now looking at the law and research, you might think that we're some sort of illiterate backwards thinking bigots. I mean, we are, but by God, you're hurting my feelings. Now of course we first have to research celestial cartography, which will allow us to mine microplastics and other rare earths, which will kickstart our magic economy. It won't be very easy, so we have to invent reading as well. Luckily, we have a lot of authority. God bless racism. There's also brand new art for the military units. To be fair, this mod gets updated every 2 weeks, but now we have magical support. Just look at these bad boys, they can blow up so many civilians. Economy wise, it's pretty bad, but I've definitely seen worse. Now of course, our magical focus is licensed spellcasting, which keeps a close eye on all magical activities, but we still have 200 arcana, allowing us to play 1 arcana card. As the goblins we have access to justice, which is pretty good economy and suppression wise. Alternatively, we can use the dragon, which is mainly military focused. For now we shall take the crucible of elemental order, which will give us more coal and iron output. I mean, think about it, when the children extract more coal and iron, they'll be more motivated to come back to work tomorrow. But just in case this isn't enough, we should get a national guard. Goblin Jesus, that was quick. And now we can conscript 200 more battalions. Now as goblins we also have access to mass conscription right off the bat. Now I'm not the most religious person ever, but I'm convinced Goblin Jesus approves of Goblin Wave tactics. Look at the reforms go. Now everyone knows Goblin Jesus hates tax evasion, so we have to increase our tax capacity. Remember kids, reforms are way easier if there's no opposition. Now of course we need to do something for the children. You know, something like colonial exploitation. I mean, what kind of a generation are we raising if we don't give them the opportunity to go outside, establish new colonies, and subjugate the natives? If they don't learn the ways of exploitation through experience, who's gonna teach them? And of course we have to incorporate all of goblin kind by using our child armies. I mean, the military service has so many lessons to teach. First they have to learn the power of big gun, and then they'll learn heavy-handed labor exploitation. God, I wish there was some sort of a system which could have taught me these valuable lessons when I was a little goblet. Anyway, I guess we can start our colonial adventure here somewhere, right next to the bird people, which looks surprisingly delicious. We are victorious. Remember kids, shoving an endless amount of soldiers into the meat grinder of war is the best economic growth strategy. Countries that are having economic problems should really take note. Also, what kind of a disgusting pervert gives goblins serfdom? They don't strike me like the type to follow orders. Now we did manage to find microplastics in our vassal, but we can't extract them because they have to research dry docks. That means I have to lower their autonomy faster. What the dickens? Morvna Maria, national movement. I'm gonna sound like an absolute racist bigot, but I always assumed that all goblins are the same. I'm sorry guys, we are of the Kanoruk culture, obsessed with small arms and liquor. Wait, we're alcoholics now. When did that happen? However, the Novmarnamraya culture are not alcoholic gun-wielding goblins, which makes them lesser in our society and my heart. This does mean that we shall have plenty of new goblin cultures running around, but that doesn't matter, because our gun-wielding alcoholism can never be stopped. Remember kids, using firearms whilst drunk is really fun, and a clear sign of superiority. My heart goes out to you. Finally, no more goblins serfdom. That was gross. Whose idea was that? I'm sorry guys, I'm a bit of a romantic. We should accept all goblins, no matter their alcohol tolerance. Speaking of romantic, they buried romanticism under a bunch of magical research. This means we're going to get unregulated markets before agrarianism. And we researched adventurer guilds, which gives us a company. Alright, let's see what we've got. As much as I would like Gabiota, we're gonna have to settle with the generic metal company until we discover cars. Has this ever happened to you? Oh no, I cannot fit all of my religious fundamentalists in my Toyota. Fear no more, because now we're introducing Gabiota. Extra cargo for extra bullets, superior suspension, explosive reliability. Transport all of your religious fundamentalists in one go. Just blow them up. Gabiota. Hopefully we get there at some point. Also, what is this? It's a brand new button, and you can interact with the empire that's off map. I guess we can give them some prestige in exchange for favors? Once we generate enough favors, we can ask them for an admiral or some naval technology. Oh, I get it. You give them prestige and feel instant regret. Works as intended, I guess. Alright, my vassal researched dry docks. Let the magical industry commence. That's right, we can now use microplastics to make more chairs. We just have to build the waterstone reefs. Wait a minute, I thought it was a mine. Are we actually fishing them out? Classic microplastics. A legislative failure. Well, hit the booze or be discriminated. The choice is simple. We should definitely get a police force. And we researched unregulated markets. Nice. With the wish stones entering our markets, we can also use them for more cow meat. And of course we can use monster goo to make more groceries. Of course the primary source of our monster goo is our giant slug farm, which tastes like fish, apparently. But with the use of wish stones, we can stuff them in our sausages. Giant slug sausage, just like Mama Goblin used to make them. Alright, now it's time to fix the economy. It's a bit crap. By enacting censorship. Remember kids, if you don't talk about a problem, it doesn't exist. And our gizmos workshops are finally operational, but we can't hire enough people. You can say that's a bit of a problem, but don't. Just join the military, and together we're going to invade Fantasy Poland. Now the naval invasion might be a bit difficult. Wait a minute, what is this? It seems that they have more spell power than us. Now I know what you're thinking. Is spell power important in a fight of attrition? No. Remember kids, you might experience a painful death at the hands of explosive magic, but I don't care. I'll keep sending more of you until we overwhelm them. For I am the greatest goblin military strategist of all time. Also, we shall switch from professional police and rely on adventurers. I'm sorry guys, goblins aren't very good at following orders. But we still have what it takes to defeat Fantasy Poland and continue our unification of Goblandia. Man, this name sucks. Freeze is the goblin police. My favorite. Crap. More national movements. They just keep piling up. I have no choice. We need national supremacy. And we researched alchemy. Finally, we can produce jar o' piss. My favorite fantasy product. We shall begin manufacturing immediately and distributing it among the children in all of our mines. And our rice farms. They'll bring many profits, just like the distilleries, who are busy producing my favorite booze, made out of fruit, grain, and giant slug guts. I guess we can call it national supremacy. Everyone's favorite. Now I'm pretty sure every goblin loves Goblin Jesus. But because most of them can't read or write, they constantly perform Goblin Jesus rituals the wrong way. We should be a bit more accepting. Oh my god, our very first jar o' piss distillery. Remember kids, if you add lead. To your jar of piss, you get luxury potions, which are very expensive and very good for your skin. Promise.
Side effects might include headaches, stomach cramps, constipation, muscle and joint pain, trouble sleeping, fatigue, irritability, loss of sex drive, sudden death.
You should definitely try it at least once. Romanticism, alright, we're finally getting to the really high tech, such as the lathe, incredible. And we also have a brand new emperor, Damien Uluk, definitely my type of emperor. I mean, he's a bit of a nihilist, but who isn't? And the religious reforms are done. Finally, we shall no longer execute goblins for celebrating Goblin Christmas incorrectly. This does mean we can finally get to agrarianism. And we reached the first level of pollution. This is definitely an omen for goblin on goblin violence. One of my favorite type of violence. And just look at that spell power advantage. We're definitely kicking their ass now. And we can finally kickstart our agrarian economy. We should also change our magical focus to rural hermits, which will give us agricultural throughput. I mean, we have 150 million people to feed now. That's quite the amount. Hey, wait a minute. The Muggle Union is protesting. They demand magical oppression. Classic Muggles. Oh my god, advanced technology, which will make coal profitable. That's right, children. You didn't get black lung for nothing. You got black lung, so I can make money. And we can also use gizmos in our plantations. Maybe later. Legislative failure. Bollocks. The Muggles win again. Now I believe it's time for us to attempt interventionalism. Are we attempting to create a deeply divided society on economic basis? Or what? I mean, that's just a side quest. Our main goal is to steal all the goblin lands from all the other goblins. I mean, unite the goblins. A revolution, and they demand multiculturalism. I'm sorry guys, goblin rights is nothing but elven propaganda. It's not real. One quick and brutal campaign later, we managed to reach 194 million. That's quite the population. The Invisible Man? Oh no, someone is trying to assassinate the Emperor. Nonsense. No one would possibly want to do that. Oh no, the Devout are accusing the Taskmasters. Guys, no one's killing the Emperor. Relax. Legislative failure? Well, alright then. I guess we can enact poor laws. That's right, stinking poors. You'll be swept off the streets and shoved into the workhouses. Classic economically unequal societies. Speaking of unequal, we should definitely extort our neighbors for money. Oh, come on. Can a person not perform aggressive military expansionism without you guys accusing each other of attempted murder? No one's shooting the Emperor. Now shut up about it. Well, Gorok refused to submit, but that's fine. I don't think we have to mobilize 1600 battalions. They shot the Emperor, god damn it. It was the stinking poors. Classic goblin elections. And now we have a brand new Empress, Sonomin Uluk. Not only a woman, but also a child. I'm perfectly fine with that. What? We are a progressive type of gun-wielding drunken goblins. And after a short but brutal campaign, the Graco system expands. Alright, stinking poors, it's time for you to work for the upper classes. It's what Goblin Jesus would have wanted. Fear not, we shall teach you all about Goblin Jesus. Unarmed protesters? Everyone's favorite adversary. Alright, it's time for us to get some steel, which is the main bottleneck of our economy. Alright, look at the money go. We definitely need more children in the coal mines. And construction. Lots and lots of construction. Alright children, it's time to learn all about Goblin Jesus as you work in the coal mines. Oh my god! Train! Now I know what you guys are thinking. 12-12. It's usually the point in this mod where you have a fully airshipped economy. But I don't believe airships exist. So instead, I would like you to focus on train. Now looking at our very balanced society, I have to say I'm somewhat disappointed. The lower strata doesn't seem to enjoy guns or booze as much as I was hoping. It seems that the gun-wielding alcoholic goblins are only the most posh in our society. I was honestly hoping it'd be a bit more widespread. With our infrastructure fixed, we have to expand our navy so we can be able to effortlessly transport a huge amount of our child-sized soldiers. And listen, I know they're child-sized, but 18 boats isn't gonna cut it. Also, we're going to claim prime real estate neighboring the Danubian Empire, the most advanced country on the planet. And it seems that the Dreadmore are fearful. Hopefully they give up without a fight. right? Crap, I haven't built my navy yet, but it makes sense. We might have millions of soldiers, but they're child-sized, so they're not very intimidating. I mean, tell me guys, how many 12-year-old sized soldiers can you defeat before they land on your shores and establish a racially motivated hierarchical system? Personally, I can handle like 4. We also have to make another naval invasion, because they refuse to call their allies. That's somewhat inconvenient. We managed to land. Alright boys, pour in. Alright, now that's a proper battle. Wait, they have 777 spell power. That's quite the amount. And we seem to be losing. However, our child-sized army has a secret weapon. That's right, millions of child-sized soldiers. Oh boy, look at those numbers go. Hey, wait a minute. Our spell power is rising the more mage battalions we mobilize. Alright, we're definitely kicking their asses now. We're even running out of guns. Amazing. And sugar. But with the power of magical magic, we can get more sugar instantly. God bless magical GMOs. Hey, what happened? Oh, my guys went back home. I guess we can demobilize them. That was a very good stress test to our economy. We definitely need more guns if we are to challenge the #1 guy. Give me a minute. Bullets? No, I don't think so. Oh no, we hit the 2nd level of pollution, which means we are running out of time. We have to expedite the murder industry as fast as we can. Alright, preparations schmeparations. It is time for us to unleash my army of illiterate children against the most advanced country on the planet. Oh boy, and I haven't even mobilized yet. They back down. Oh come on. You're the #1 guy. You're not supposed to just give up. I can't just end the video like that. I have to reload. Alright, I made my few demands primary, so they can't back down. Alright children, don't forget to have fun as I organize our defense. Oh my god, battle mages! Upgrade immediately. I'm still waiting for their army to arrive. I'm sorry mate, is it bad timing? To be honest, I really hate when 639,000 children invade whilst I have 400 blokes defending. But these things happen. You gotta be prepared. Also, I'm getting carpal tunnel syndrome from constantly having to divide my armies and promote new generals. Also, look at that spell power. Jesus. Remember guys, never underestimate a million racially motivated Harry Potters. They're gonna surprise you. Wait a minute, I think they're coming back. It might be a bit too late now, but my army is split and we're also having a massive shortage of microplastics, jarro piss, and guns. You know, the backbone of our army. And there you go, their entire army. I mean, it doesn't look very good, but they managed to arrive. And just as we managed to reach 2 million racially motivated Harry Potters, who cost like $1 in deficit per week, considering the effectiveness and casualties, I would say they definitely worth the price. Well, I definitely see why they wanted to surrender right away. And thanks to our brand new vassal, we're suffering all sorts of imaginary shortages. There's no such thing as airships. They're not real. What is this? Ice? That's not a thing. Wait a minute, is this a boat made out of metal? Ridiculous. Everyone knows boats are made out of wood. It seems that we will have plenty of re-education to do. After all, we're the most advanced country on the planet. If we can't make it, it definitely doesn't exist. Honestly, the Greco system has never been larger. And this was all thanks to our highly advanced liberal constitution. And of course, the occasional use of a disturbingly large amount of child-sized soldiers. Until next time.